When compiling a list of those critical to the athletic development of African Americans and women in the 20th century, one would be hugely mistaken to omit the work of Cleveland Lee Abbott, a fixture at Tuskegee University, who at one time coached all of Tuskegee's intercollegiate teams, including a Golden Tigers football squad that registered 6 undefeated seasons and more than 200 wins in his 32 years at the helm, as well as the women's track and field team that captured 14 AAU national outdoor titles. Along with the national team championships in track and field, his Tigerettes would add 65 individual indoor and outdoor AAU titles from 1937 to 1950. One of his prized pupils, Alice Coachman, won 25 of those crowns and famously went on to become the first African-American woman to win an Olympic gold medal. Abbott also had a hand in the development of the legendary Nell Jackson, an American record setter in the 1948 Olympics in the 200 meters. Barbara Jackett, a 2001 inductee into the Hall of Fame, was also influenced by Abbott. An extraordinary coach in her own right, Jackett would go on to coach the 1992 women's Olympic team. A true trailblazer and visionary for African Americans and women in the South, he is forever immortalized in 5 halls of fame, including the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, the Athletics Hall of Fame at his alma mater, South Dakota State University, and tonight, this one. A man who had a gigantic impact on many of his athletes and colleagues through his values and principles, the late Cleve Abbott, the coach, the teacher, and motivator, truly remains a legend to all. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving the Hall of Fame honor for the late Cleve Abbott is one of his former athletes and a member of this Hall of Fame, Barbara Jackett. Making the Hall of Fame presentation to Barbara is Miss Connie Tolbert McClinton, the head track and field coach at Tuskegee University.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, how are you? Hey. That's better. Cleve Abbott coached me as a freshman at Tuskegee. I can remember walking up some steps, going into Logan Hall, and he was sitting behind the desk. He said, "Sit down, Fester, sit down." I said, "No, sir, that's okay." Because being from Port Arthur, you have nobody talking, and they say, "Okay," shaking like this and say, "Okay." But anyway, to make a long story short, there was a shot put sitting on his desk. And being a field event person, I picked the shot put up. I said, "I sure be glad when track started." He said, "Put it down and start to get your lesson first." Hey, that was the kind of person he was. I'm here because of Sam Seams selected me to come in, although there were some more athletes older than me and better than me that could have done more for Cleve Abbott. But I'm gonna do as best as I can, and I got 4 minutes, and I'll be able to give you all 2 of them back in a few minutes. Sometimes I say things that tickles me myself. But anyway, let me say this. We call him Major. And in calling him Major, he coached every sport that was at Tuskegee. Men and women's track, men and women's basketball, football, all of these things. And then it just so happened that a brochure came out, and Sam Seams said, "Do you know Cleve Abbott?" I said, "Yes." "Would you recommend him to go into the Hall of Fame?" And I can't tell you what I told him, but I said, "Yes, I would." But anyway, to make a long story short, I'm here to represent him and all of the people that he has touched their lives. He had one daughter, she had no children, and we at Tuskegee consider him our father. Thank you so much.